So just like everybody else, our world changed very quickly when the coronavirus became something that we had to be concerned with, and it changed the way that we showed up for work. It changed the way that we showed up within our community and all of the services that we offered. So the Project Fleur-de-lis team decided very quickly that we were going to support one another virtually and continue to have ongoing meetings and conversations within our own team, within our interns, and within our school mental health professional community. And so we thought, if we've been able to create an internal community and we've been able to stay connected with our school partners via phone, email, and a little bit of Zoom, why not try to create our community building circles that we typically and traditionally have always done in person and be able to do that virtually? A community building circle is a way to bring people together to help them to feel safe, to feel connected to one another, and to feel like they can show up as is. It gives everybody an equal voice and an equal opportunity to talk about what's really going on with them. It allows people to kind of settle into themselves, be able to take a deep breath, and to look around and realize that they are not alone.
I have been with Project Fleur-de-lis for years and years, and I love it. I love everything about Project Fleur-de-lis. I get so much out of it every time I go to a training or I meet with the group. Like Miss Leslie said, just feeling like you're part of something and not working in silos at your school is really, really beneficial. And the community circles that happened during the pandemic were really helpful because we were all even more isolated. We were all geographically not together anymore. So having that ability just to meet and talk with each other, to know what each other are going through, to offer support to each other, and then just talk about how we're keeping ourselves, keeping our self-care up and doing things for ourselves at the same time as meeting the needs of our students and our families. Yeah, and I think we started something and we didn't know how it was going to go at first. We didn't know how the teachers were going to receive it. Mm-hmm. And the teachers actually really liked it and latched onto it. And I felt like we were teaching teachers how to use these coping skills to then be able to help their students. I had a teacher who said, I look forward to doing our relaxations every week. Like, that's my minute to just stop everything and not think about all the things I have to do and just focus on the present and myself. It's just like having a space where teachers are people and like realizing that yes, this is your job, but you're a person. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we need to take care of ourselves because you can't pour from an empty cup. So having something like the coffee chat or community circles really helps you to realize what other people are going through and what they need. And then just how can we all come together to meet everybody's needs, I think.
Yeah, I think it's very important, like Mr. Bullitt said, you can't pour from an empty cup. So how are we going to be effective? How are we going to support our students if we are, close to being burnt out from our job? And so if we can give each other an outlet, even if it's something small, 30 minutes a week, or just, a quick, check in with either myself or Mr. Bullard, it can, turn your day around. It can give you better insight and, to have mental health and therapy to be normalized and letting the teachers know that, hey, you don't have to deal with these situations on your own. There's help out there, even though we do it in a school situation. Like we said, teachers are people too. And so you have to make sure that you take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else.
Some of the most common feedback that we've received from school mental health professionals who have attended our community building circles is that they feel like it's an important part of their self-care because they recognize that in order for them to be able to take care of the students and the teachers of their school community, they need to be taking care of themselves. And so it's really important for teachers to have that same opportunity. So by offering these community building circles to teachers, for them to know that they have a space to really talk about everything that they're experiencing, and to have that opportunity to experience that will then allow them to go back into their actual classroom or their virtual classroom and be able to be a safe space for their students. It's hard to believe it's been 15 years. When we started Project Fleur-de-lis, our vision was always long-term. But in the early days after Hurricane Katrina, the long-term felt so far away. And now to be at the 15-year anniversary of Project Fleur-de-lis and to have the opportunity to look back and think about all the amazing people that we've worked with, all the amazing programming that we've been able to bring in from really smart people all around the country, and then in turn for us to create our own local programming that really is based on the needs of the youth in our community and the needs that have been identified by teachers, by family members, by school mental health professionals. Project Fleur-de-lis is always at its best when it's in collaboration with all of those people that we work with. And so it's been such a joy for me to be a part of this program for so long and to be able to guide us into where we are now. And although we didn't expect to find ourselves in a pandemic 15 years after Hurricane Katrina, here we are. And although we have never been part of a pandemic before, we do know a lot about struggle. We do know a lot about having to make decisions based on limited information. And we know a lot about sticking in it together, remembering that we're not alone, and remembering to do the best with what we have. And so that's why we need your help. Project Fleur-de-lis has been so fortunate to be grant funded from multiple different ways over the past 15 years. That, in addition to fundraising opportunities, has allowed us to continue our program and to grow our program. But in order for us to be able to have at least 15 more years of Project Fleur-de-lis, we need your help. Everybody is in struggle right now, and so the grant funding that was typically available is not always available. And because we want to not only continue to be around, but to grow and to be able to offer even more opportunities to those that we serve, we need your support. Please go to the website below and donate today.